Gigantopithecus is an extinct ape genus that lived approximately 6 million to 200,000 years ago, from the Miocene period through to the Pleistocene period. Surprisingly, the first fossils of this ape were found in an apothecary shop in China. Sometimes fossils were ground up in traditional Asian medicine to be used in medication, which appears to have been the case with Gigantopithecus. As a result, scientists have only scattered fossils to rely on. What they do know is that it was a rather large ape, which is why it was given the name Gigantopithecus, which means giant ape. If you take a close look at Gigantopithecus, especially the ones that depict these apes next to humans, you'll see why they were given this name. Standing approximately 9 foot tall and weighing around 1,000 pounds, an interesting fact about Gigantopithecus is that, judging according to their great size, they must have been extremely strong, approximately 12 to 20 times stronger than a modern human being. Some cryptozoologists believe that these apes never went extinct. They believe that they are still living high up in very remote places, and are now living as a mythological creature known as the Yeti. Gigantopithecus is believed, however, to have had a very unusual diet. Examining the fossil-like teeth of the apes has determined that they largely have fed off of bamboo, much like modern-day pandas, which is kind of odd for apes, which usually live on fruits and vegetation. Scientists can't decide whether these apes walked on their knuckles like a gorilla, or if they were capable of standing on their hind legs. Some paleontologists believe they walked on all fours like a gorilla, but are capable of standing up. The home of Gigantopithecus appears to have been restricted to China and Southeast Asia and parts of India. Based on the studies of their teeth, it is most likely that the creature ate fruit, as well as shrubs and grasses such as bamboo. It is possible that Gigantopithecus had an ecological role similar to that of a giant panda, existing primarily on bamboo and supplementing a diet with roots and fruits. Since only their jaws and teeth have been found, it is not possible to determine the exact appearances of Gigantopithecus based on his predicted weight, size, and shape. What killed Gigantopithecus? Although the genus was relatively long-lived, lasting almost 9 years, the last of the genus went extinct about 300,000 years ago. One reason for this may have been that Gigantopithecus had a very specialized diet, meaning that it could only subsist on certain foods. If the main source of food for the ape disappeared, Gigantopithecus would have to easily switch to a different food source. Bamboo, for example, has a regular, massive die-off every couple of decades. An animal heavily dependent on bamboo for food, such as a giant panda, would be at risk of starvation every time this occurred. Furthermore, if an unusually long time interval between the die-off and the rebound of bamboo appeared, as a result, small populations might even be at risk of extinction. Teeth indicates that there were prolonged periods of malnourishment in which Gigantopithecus populations did not have regular access to foods, which may very well have been caused by the periodic die-off of bamboo. In addition to this, Gigantopithecus also appears to have matured slowly based on studies of fossilized teeth, implying that they had a low reproduction rate. Thus, if a large percentage of the population died from starvation, it would take a long time for the population to recover and increase the risk of extinction. In addition, Gigantopithecus also had to compete with Homo erectus and possibly giant pandas, if the bamboo made up a large portion of their diet. Competing with other animals, combined with other factors, may have helped lead to the final extinction in the late Pleistocene. Could this be Bigfoot's ancestor? Paleontologists say that Gigantopithecus had been extinct for hundreds of thousands of years, but not everybody is convinced that the giant ape is extinct. Although it's a popular idea, there are some problems with it. The first is that Gigantopithecus remains only found in Asia, mainly China and Southeast Asia. There is no fossil evidence that suggests that it reached North America. In fact, there's no evidence of any ape, let alone a giant ape, that has existed in America. Another problem is that all the evidence indicates that the diet of Gigantopithecus was very specialized, consisting mostly of grasses, bamboo, and shrubs, which means they were only able to live in a specific environment. For Gigantopithecus to have made it to America, they would have needed to survive on many different environments, including harsh tundra and glacial settings. Bigfoot sightings seem to have occurred in almost every climatic zone, ranging from cold temperatures to subtropical environments. I would like to know everybody's opinion on whether you think Gigantopithecus is Bigfoot or the inspiration behind it.